Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So, I started watching the latest season of Undercover Billionaire. Got to see the first show with my man Grant Cardone, and they've got 3 people this time. I really encourage you to watch the show because I love how. First of all, I love that these people are willing to do this. I think it's great that they'll take the chance and they go undercover and they give up everything and go through this process just to show us, how they would approach it and how tough it is. And they do it nakedly. I mean, they really show who they are. And I applaud them for that because it's incredibly brave. Because, think about it. You've got all this money and all these comforts, and you agree to go take on this challenge. I think it's great. But one of the things I noticed right from the beginning, they all figure out, they got to figure out basics. They got to figure out shelter. They got to figure out food. And they right away start developing relationships. And I heard something from all 3 of them that I thought was really poignant. They all 3 talked about how they really believe in people and how people are good people and generally will help you if you ask. And I think there's 2 things there for us to always think about. These are folks that interact with a large number of people. They run big businesses. They have large numbers of employees. They've done hundreds, if not thousands, of transactions. 2 of them are in real estate. One of them has been in fashion and business consulting. So they've interacted with, lots and lots and lots of people. So they've had lots of opportunities to make this evaluation. So number 1, they truly believe in people. Why is that important? Because you're never going to get successful, especially financially successful, if you do it completely on your own. You have no chance. You have to have help. Nobody does it on their own. As you've heard me say, J.P. Morgan, who was the wealthiest man in the world at one time, making steel, had no idea how to make steel. None. He had no clue how to do that. What he knew was how to manage people. Steve Jobs never wrote 1 line of code, but yet he was considered a genius. He was a genius because he picked the people to put in the right place, and then he created an expectation and knew where the world was going to go. So number 1, you're never going to be able to do it on your own. You need help. And these billionaires have a belief in people, that people are good and that they will help you and they will work and they will do things right and you can come together as a team and make things happen. I think that's incredibly important. Because if you go through life thinking that people suck, and there's certainly plenty of reasons to believe that. Whatever we focus on, we get. So if you want to focus on the people that aren't good people, well, you can, but it's going to make your life exceptionally more difficult because then you're going to try to do everything on your own, and that doesn't work. None of us can do it all on our own. Secondly, they asked. They right away went to people and asked for help. And first of all, they believed that people would be willing to help them. And by the way, they were. They all were able to find a place, and I don't want to spoil things, but they were all able to get help from people just by asking, nothing else. People had no idea who they were, but they asked for help and they got it. Secondly, they had this belief that was going to happen. But third, it is so amazing to watch them be willing and have to do that. These people who have all of these resources had to go to somebody they didn't know and ask for shelter. Can you give me a place to stay so that I have a place to sleep tonight? And it's such a profound moment for them. I applaud them for doing that. But if we're going to go through life and be successful, if you go through and think people suck and people aren't going to help me, your life's going to be a hell of a lot more difficult. But if you go through and think people are good and people are going to help me, that doesn't mean that you can't, you still got to protect yourself. I'm not saying you just go through and, be from Portland. Everything's going to be great. I'm not saying that. But you have to believe that people will be willing to come through. Last thing is, when they asked specifically. They made sure that the person that they were asking understood what they were really looking for. They said the words, I need a place to stay. That's what I need. I'm here in town. I don't have anything. I need a place to stay. Use your words, people. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask somebody for help. When you ask congruently, meaning you ask from the heart, people are willing to help. I see it all the time too. I see it all over the place. So as we move forward, as you move forward in your goals, it's been the start of the year. We're in week 2. Ask for help. Go find people who can help you and ask for help. And we're going to talk tomorrow about how to create value first and do all that. But number 1, trust that people will be willing to help you. And 2, ask for it and ask specifically. It's just like any goal. When you have a goal, if your goal is, well, I want more money. Okay, well, here's $1. Now you've achieved your goal. No, you got to be specific. How much do you want by what period of time? Be specific. I want to lose weight. All right. How much by what period of time? The difference between a goal and a dream is a goal is a dream with a deadline. That's my 2 for today. We got a lot of people saying hi this morning. Good morning to my great uncle Bill and Mr. Drehobel down in Florida. Mark Price, good morning. Great to see you. Mr. Lampy, Mr. Williams, and Miranda. Great to see everybody early this morning. It's Tuesday. Let's go get after it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.